Beneath the shifting sands of Norfolk, England, lies an enigma that has puzzled archaeologists and historians for decades. Was it a sacred astronomical calendar, a chilling burial ground, or something even more profound? Welcome to Echoes of Time, your portal to the forgotten pages of history, as we plunge into the murky waters of prehistory to uncover the secrets of this remarkable Bronze Age monument, often dubbed Britain's Atlantis. For millennia, the relentless tides of time held their secret close, a colossal timber circle swallowed whole by the very sea it once overlooked. It lay hidden, preserved not by design, but by the slow, inexorable march of geological processes. Layers of peat, accumulating over centuries, became its shroud, protecting its ancient timbers from decay, a natural time capsule guarding a lost moment of human endeavor. This hidden relic, this monumental shadow of an age-long past, waited patiently, until the shifting coastlines, the very forces that consumed it, began to yield its secrets once more. Then, dramatically, in the year 1998, on the windswept expanse of Holme Beach, a revelation emerged from the receding tide. It was a discovery that would send ripples through the world of archaeology and ignite the imaginations of millions. An ancient timber circle, formerly known as Holme II, but quickly and more poetically christened Seahenge. The name alone evokes a profound sense of wonder and loss, linking it to the legendary sunken city, a fitting moniker for a structure that surfaced from the depths of both water and time. Imagine the scene. Weathered timbers, dark and gnarled, slowly pushing their way through the damp sand, alien shapes against the familiar backdrop of the English coast. It was a ghost from a time before written history, a silent testament to a world we can only dimly perceive. Dating back to around 2049 BC, this sophisticated structure offered a breathtaking glimpse into the lives of early Britons, revealing an ingenuity and spiritual depth that challenged many preconceived notions of the Bronze Age. The sheer age of Seahenge is staggering, placing its construction firmly within a period of profound societal transformation, predating even some of the most famous structures of classical antiquity. It speaks to a human experience over 4,000 years old, a time when the landscape was wilder, the skies were their only clock, and the natural world was an intimate, living presence. The physical form of Seahenge is as compelling as its age. It consists of 55 split oak posts, each carefully selected and meticulously worked, arranged in a powerful, encompassing circle. These individual timbers, once living trees, were transformed by human hands into a monumental statement, their presence defining a sacred space. At the very heart of this powerful ring, a striking focal point, stands an inverted tree stump. Its roots, instead of anchoring it to the earth, reach upwards towards the sky, a symbolic gesture that has fueled endless speculation about its purpose. Even after millennia, the marks of its creation remain etched into the timbers. The distinct, telltale signs of Bronze Age axe marks are still visible, a tangible, direct connection to the skilled hands that shaped these mighty oaks. One can almost hear the rhythmic thud of stone or bronze axes, the communal effort, the shared vision that brought this extraordinary monument to life. The deliberate construction of Seahenge so close to the sea, only for it to be swallowed by the ocean centuries later, speaks volumes about the powerful, almost reverent connection between early Britons and their environment. This was not a structure built in isolation from nature, but in intimate dialogue with it. The edge of the land, the boundary between solid earth and the boundless ocean, held profound significance. It was a place of transition, of power, of mystery. For generations, this profound connection ensured Seahenge remained intact, a secret held by the earth and sea. But as coastal erosion began its relentless work, stripping away the protective layers of peat, the weathered timbers of this ancient site were dramatically revealed. sparking not only immense scientific fascination but also intense public debate. The decision of how to preserve such a unique and fragile piece of history became a modern-day dilemma, pitting preservationists against those who felt its spirit belonged to the natural forces that had cradled it for so long. Early investigations into Seahenge's purpose were naturally drawn to comparisons with other henges dotting the British landscape. The very term henge evokes images of monumental circles, whether of stone or earth, all pointing towards complex ritualistic or astronomical functions. Yet Seahenge possessed a singular characteristic that set it apart and complicated any easy categorization: its unique coastal setting. Unlike its inland brethren, this timber circle was immersed in an environment of shifting tides, sea spray, and the vast expanse of the horizon, where ocean met sky. This unique location demanded a reevaluation of traditional interpretations, forcing archaeologists and historians to consider how the sea itself might have been integral to its function, how its meaning might have been intertwined with the ebb and flow of the tides and the relentless rhythm of the waves. The true function of Seahenge remains to this day a subject of intense academic debate, a mystery that continues to resist definitive answers. This enduring ambiguity is precisely what makes Seahenge such a captivating subject for us at Echoes of Time, as it invites us to peer through the veil of centuries and ponder the complex spiritual and practical lives of our Bronze Age ancestors. We are left not with certainty, but with tantalizing possibilities, each theory offering a distinct lens through which to view this monumental puzzle. One prominent theory suggests that Seahenge was a sophisticated solar or lunar calendar, an intricate astronomical observatory designed to track celestial events crucial for agricultural cycles or profound religious ceremonies. Imagine a people whose very survival depended on understanding the rhythms of the natural world, whose crops flourished or failed based on the precise timing of sowing and harvesting. For such a society, the accurate tracking of the sun's journey across the sky or the waxing and waning of the moon would not have been merely a scientific endeavor, but a sacred imperative. The precise alignment of the 55 oak posts, the central inverted stump, and the vast coastal horizon could have functioned as an elaborate instrument, marking solstices, equinoxes, or significant lunar phases, guiding their seasonal rituals and ensuring the prosperity of their community. This theory speaks to an advanced understanding of the cosmos, a deep reverence for celestial mechanics, and a civilization deeply attuned to the delicate balance of the natural world. Their wisdom etched not in scrolls, but in enduring timber. Another compelling hypothesis posits Seahenge as a mortuary monument, perhaps an elaborate funeral pyre or a site for sky burial. This theory injects a more chilling and profound dimension into the monument's purpose, suggesting a site steeped in the solemnity of death and the transition to the afterlife. The central inverted tree trunk, with its roots reaching towards the heavens, is interpreted by some as a platform specifically designed for a chieftain's body, a revered individual whose final resting place was deliberately elevated, perhaps to facilitate a journey to the spirit world or to allow the elements to consume the physical form in a sacred manner. In many ancient cultures, the transition from life to death was accompanied by elaborate rituals, and a site of this magnitude would certainly have served as a powerful focal point for such ceremonies. The idea of a sky burial, where the body is exposed to the elements and carrion birds, is a practice found in various cultures throughout history, and its presence at Seahenge would highlight a profoundly different approach to death and the corporeal form, connecting the cycle of life and death directly to the vastness of the sky and the cleansing power of nature. It would have been a place of both reverence and raw, visceral mourning, a gateway between worlds for the departed and a potent reminder of mortality for the living. A third perspective, perhaps the most mystical, proposes that Seahenge was a portal to the spirit world or a site for ancient shamanic rituals. This theory delves into the realms of spirituality and the ancient mind, suggesting a deeper, more esoteric function for the timber circle. In this view, Seahenge was not just a physical structure, but a liminal space, a sacred threshold connecting the earthly realm with the watery depths and the expansive sky above. The deliberate placement at the edge of the land, the interplay between solid ground and boundless sea, would have been highly significant for shamanic practices, which often seek to bridge the gap between the mundane and the spiritual. The rhythmic sound of waves, the changing light of the coast, the circular arrangement of the posts, and the inverted tree stump, perhaps seen as a cosmic tree connecting underworld, earth, and sky, could have all contributed to an environment conducive to altered states of consciousness, vision quests, and communication with ancestral spirits or deities. This interpretation paints a picture of a people deeply embedded in a spiritual worldview, where the natural world was alive with unseen forces and sacred energies, and where certain places held the key to unlocking hidden knowledge or experiencing profound transcendent experiences. Each of these captivating theories offers us a precious glimpse into the multifaceted and complex spiritual and practical lives of our Bronze Age ancestors. They speak of a society that was not primitive, but sophisticated in its understanding of the natural world, deeply connected to its environment, and profoundly spiritual. Yet, the truth is that none of these theories, compelling as they are, fully encapsulate the entirety of the mystery. The enduring ambiguity surrounding Seahenge leaves ample room for endless speculation and wonder, ensuring that this ancient monument continues to challenge and intrigue us. It is a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of humanity that, even after 4 millennia, its purpose remains hotly debated, its secrets tantalizingly out of reach. As we explore these captivating theories, we are confronted with the enduring power of ancient beliefs and the tantalizing possibility of a lost understanding of the cosmos, a knowledge perhaps more intricate and profound than we can currently grasp. Seahenge challenges our modern perceptions of early human ingenuity and spirituality, forcing us to reconsider the intellectual and emotional capacities of those who walked these shores over 4,000 years ago. It stands as a silent sentinel, an echo of a time when the world was vast and mysterious, and humanity's connection to it was forged in timber and ritual. It invites us not just to observe, but to imagine. It urges us to ponder the lives of those who created such an enduring monument, their hopes, their fears, their beliefs, and their place in a world so different yet fundamentally connected to our own. In its enigmatic presence, Seahenge reminds us that history is not just a collection of facts, but a continuous conversation across the ages, a dialogue that compels us to look beyond the known and embrace the profound mysteries that still lie beneath the shifting sands of time. What other secrets, what other echoes of humanity's great history still lie waiting to be revealed by the relentless passage of ages?